Good late afternoon from Bali, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I thought I would present this video to you, which, as you might have seen, I've titled, Are You a Victim of Worry? Are you a victim of worry? And you know, I wouldn't normally like to use that word victim, so hopefully it's just intrigued you, because I would rather focus on, are you the hero over whatever? But when I use this word, it's because oftentimes in my practice, I will ask people to describe themselves. How are they? How do they relate with other people? And I can't tell you how many patients, when I was a naturopathic doctor, and clients today will jump on the idea of, oh yeah, I'm a worrier. My mom was a worrier. My dad was a worrier. I'm a worrier too. I worry. And it's so interesting because they feel like victims. I'm a worrier, but they're also feeling like heroes, like, you know, I worry. And they also feel like they understand their own minds, and they probably do to a certain extent. Now, you notice the last couple of videos, at least, maybe 3 videos, I focused on energies and what we radiate from ourselves. And of course, you know, I work with energy work, even when I work with emotional healing. Same idea, though, is we can understand what kind of vibration we are emitting with different emotions. And so I thought today I'd start with this quotation from the Gita. You know, I love the Gita. It says, even if we can't control our emotions, we can control the attention we give to our emotions. Again, even if we can't control our emotions, we can control the attention we give our emotions. And this is in chapter 14 of the Gita. And I thought this was very useful because, again, this is the whole idea of energy medicine, and also thought awareness, self-awareness of how am I thinking, what's the emotion that's coming up, and can I shift it? Because when I shift it, I'm giving attention to what I'm shifting to, and I'm consciously doing this. Now, as I was reflecting on this, I was contemplating, and again, with between meditation and contemplation and self-reflection, lots of things come to this awareness that I want to share with you. And one of the things that I was reminded about is that years ago I had read a book called Power versus Force. So you might notice in my videos from years ago, I've likely created at least one video on this, perhaps several. And Power versus Force was all about this emotional scale that humans can go through. And this was written by a doctor. It was Dr. Hawkins, and I'll write that link just under this. But somehow I was drawn back to that, and so I looked through this emotional scale. So there's the emotions chart someone has put together really nicely, and it's all from his emotional scale that he had created in that book. This I thought was very interesting because what it does, it kind of grades how different feelings, different emotions, what kind of grade are they. So if we look at a worthlessness, that's at the very low end of that scale. So it's that if a person feels worthless or powerless or despair, that energy is the low vibration energy. And then the highest energy is God consciousness, and we could say higher self-realization, that sort of energy. That is, they're calling it God consciousness in this. And it's interesting that in those higher numbers, we've got things like gratitude, we've got appreciation, we've got enlightenment. And interesting that enlightenment in this scale was actually below appreciation, gratitude, and God consciousness. Very interesting that to come across this. In any case, this is one person's interpretation. I do think it actually does apply if we were to think about how these things affect us and how we feel in these processes. Now, of course, this intention for this video is about worry, so I thought I'd look up worry. I was very surprised and somewhat not surprised because I was being directed to this. And worry actually falls into this category. So I want to make sure that you know that these numbers are going from 0 to 1,000. And that shame area, that worthlessness, the powerlessness is at 30. And then God consciousness is at 1,000. When we've got feelings of worry, and this is what I want to focus on, it was interesting that it came across at the level of 175, which was in the same category as pride, discouragement. Oh, blame, worry falls in here, and doubt. Interesting. With doubt, blame, pride, discouragement, all of that is in the same energy level as worry. And again, you would think, well, how would we grade these sorts of things? Aren't they just feelings? And I mean, we feel it kind of energetically, and that's right. Some of us feel these things energetically, but they are energetically sent through the universe, through everything, through us, and then out into the world. So it will, again, affect the people that are closest to us. It will affect the people that we're thinking about, and then it will affect the community and the world at large. So I come back to worry at 175. Do you know that appreciation is at 780? 780. What a difference. So imagine if I go through worry and I'm saying that, yes, I'm a worrier. First of all, I'm saying it, which means I've thought it many times. I've also got, it's actually in the level of pride. So I've kind of got some pride about it that, oh yeah, I'm a worrier. Isn't that great? And this is what I said in the last video. Doesn't that make me a better parent because I worry about my child? Doesn't that make me a better healthcare practitioner because I worry about the clients that I work with? No, worry is not helpful. So we can see on this emotional scale how it's at that level of pride, and most of us would be able to easily understand that, yeah, pride's not a very helpful energy to ourselves or to the world around us. And then when we realize that it's at the same level as blame, it's at the same level as discouragement, and all of this is falling under that category of pride. Now remember, if we're discouraging someone else, are we kind of worried about them? I can say that, no, I really believe that you will do this. You want to live somewhere else. You want to eat better. You want to have better habits. I really believe that you'll be able to do that. But as soon as they're out of my sight, or even at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I don't really think that they can. I don't think that, and I worry about them. You know, I really worry about them. I'm thinking this to myself. You're thinking this to yourself, perhaps. And when you do this, or when we do this, we don't help ourselves, because that energy goes out through us first, so we feel it, and then whoever we're worried about is receiving it. Now, what has the general population moved into this habit of, I'm worried because, so we have a reason. I'm worried because I've got a job interview. I'm worried because this is the war that's happening several countries away from me. I'm worried because I saw this on the news. I'm worried because I can't sleep. Anything. This is, I have a reason, and as soon as I have a reason, I allow myself that. Now, if I understand that worry is just very low on this vibrational scale, and we're looking at high vibrations for healing, we're looking at high vibrations for healing ourselves and the people we think about. So remember that when we are putting out this energy of worry and we feel prideful of, look how much I'm a caring person, worry is not caring. But what we've done is we've also then blamed people. Oh, I wouldn't be feeling like this if they didn't do that. So I wouldn't feel like this if my child wasn't out till midnight and I'd ask them to come home at 10 o'clock. I wouldn't be worried if my husband wasn't later than the time that he said he'd come home. I wouldn't be worried if I didn't notice my partner checking out other people. I wouldn't worry if I didn't know that that person has had an affair before and that person is dating my best friend. All of that worry. I wouldn't worry if, yet I am worrying. All I have to know is I am worrying. As I am worrying and I become aware of it, this is the time to shift the energy, because again, who you are worried about is not benefiting from worry. Who you can care about would benefit from care. I really care about the child that's running late, who I'm sure is fine. I am certain they're on their way, but I really care that they're okay. That's really the bottom line. What will happen is that child may walk in at 1 a.m. and the parent will be, you know, I was so worried about you. You made me worry all night. You made me stay up. No one can get into our minds to create that thought, which leads to the emotion. So if I even say, you make me so angry, you make me so upset, no, this experience was upsetting to me. This experience created worry in me. This experience was not caught in time for me to move into a higher vibration. That is taking self-responsibility. And as we do this, we stop blaming. So you see that blame is also on that same category level. We stop blaming that because of you, because of this event, because of life, because of my health concerns, and we start moving into, I'm ready to heal from this, and I'm understanding that this emotion was created. Do not point the finger anywhere at anything or anyone, because again, whoever you are pointing a finger at, most probably you're just concerned about, are they okay? Even if someone is running late, even if someone is looking at someone else in a relationship, your worry is because you care about the relationship. Focus on, I care about this relationship. I really love this relationship. Focus on, I give my best to this relationship. Not, I'm just going to be a little bit more suspicious now because I'm a little worried. And you understand how the mind would move in that direction. And I'm now going to watch what my child is doing a little bit more carefully because I'm worried. No, I care. So I'm asking more questions. That sort of thing is a very clear and easy way to do the same things, to be concerned, to actually show a care, to actually even question the things that you might have questions about from a place of compassion and a place of love. And then I came across another quotation that I wanted to share with you, which I love, because remember, as we become aligned with, whether we say God, we say higher consciousness, whether we say the universe, whether we say we're our own higher self-purpose, our own divinity within. I saw this quotation which said, and it's by an unknown author, but it says, the universe is asking, show me your new vibration. I will show you miracles. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? And if you use that as your mantra, how beautiful that as we understand that as I'm vibrating at a higher level, miracles are being created. What we perceive as miracles, or others might perceive as miracles, you will know the work that you're doing. The work that you're doing is keeping yourself in alignment with the highest good. The highest good is always going to be filled with love, compassion, consideration, gratitude, appreciation, all of those things. When it's filled with worry, anger, fear, frustration, that's low vibrations. That doesn't help anyone. As I consciously move myself into the areas that are more helpful for me and the world around me, I start getting these sorts of messages. And this is the sort of message I would love for you to repeat to yourself, to know how the universe is speaking to us, and welcome that sort of communication with yourself. I finally wanted to end on a lighter note because, you know, I love laughing. And I thought, wow, you know, it's in a few videos that I haven't been laughing much. And today I wanted to end on this quotation, which I thought was fantastic. It's by Will Rogers. And it says, I know worrying works because none of the stuff I worried about ever happened. And I love for you to think about this, that most of the things, I might say 99% of the things that we worry about do not happen. 1% has been a bit of self-fulfilling prophecy. We have a bit of a role when we're worried enough about something and we create exactly that and we say, I knew it, I was worried about it. Recognize our responsibility in our creation. Today, I want you to laugh about this, that you know what? Keep to the facts and recognize that 99% of the things that people worry about do not actually manifest. Today, focus on what you're choosing to manifest. Manifest with love, with kindness, with consideration and compassion. I wish you a fantastic day or night ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great night, everyone.